Hi, just a quick heads up and shout out to fellow video blogger Fran Blanche, who you've no doubt heard about and seen on my channel before. We've done a few co-op videos and things like that. You might remember the Apollo LVDC, the launch vehicle guidance computer and stuff like that. Fran, if you don't know, I'll link in her channel down below. It's awesome. If you're not subscribed, you certainly should be. She does lots of like vintage electronics, stuff. She's into basically anything retro or stuff like that. And of course, she has makes her famous Frantone audio gear and stuff like that. She has a side business doing that. And as it turns out, she's FranLab. I don't have my FranLab shirt on, unfortunately, but she is being booted out of her place. She's being evicted. In not so uncertain terms. Her lease. She's got a lease until July next year, July 2019, but she's the last one in the building, and they're about to start demolishing the building. She can stay if she wants, but they're going to start demolishing the building around her. So she needs to leave in like a couple of weeks and relocate, not just the FranLab, but basically her, she lives there as well. So she's got to, relocate everything. And she's got a GoFundMe, which I'll link in down below. I highly recommend you support her on there. I'll also link in her Patreon down below as well, where you can support her on Patreon and get the heads up if you go to Patreon on who actually owns her building and who's booting her out. Yeah. You'll find out, and patrons know who it is. Anyway, Fran does awesome videos. She's been booted out. She's got a massive lab because she's been acquiring all this gear and all this vintage electronics and projects she's working on, and like she's got very large scale projects and stuff like that. Of course, she's got a manufacturing Frantone manufacturing business and stuff like that, and so she needs a lot of space. I think she's currently got about or she's always had for like the last 20 or 30 years, like 2,000 square feet. Those weird Yankee square feet, which is about, I think, about 185 square meters. And that is quite a substantial space, but you'd be surprised at what sort of stuff this takes up. Me, I've got a 50 square meter lab, which is absolutely tiny. If you haven't seen it, I might link a photo on Twitter. It's just filled with stuff. 50 square meter lab. I've got a 33 square meter office, which I'm recording this in now, which I'm renting. And I've also got a 44 square meter storage bunker as well. And yeah, I need a bigger space as well. I'm currently looking for a bigger space, and big spaces are very expensive, not only in Sydney here, but also in Philadelphia in the US, where Fran is. And it's like at least $30,000 or $40,000 a year, Yankee bucks a year, probably, and about the same price here for sort of that 150, 185 square meters. She thinks she may have to downsize and stuff like that, which is a real shame. She's currently putting everything in a storage bunker because they're just going to start knocking down the building like in a week or two. Anyway, she's looking, her GoFundMe's doing great, but the money's only going to last for so long, as I said, because it costs a lot of money to rent places like this. And she's got a video here, which I'll link in at the end, No Mortgage for FranLab, and how she talks about, a lot of people say, well, why do you rent? Why not buy a place? And well, if you're self-employed, as myself and Fran is, you might know how difficult it is to actually get a loan when you're self-employed. It's real easy. They'll just give money, hand it out like candy to anyone who's, who earns a meager income on a 9-to-5 job, because you've got a steady 9-to-5 job. But when you're self-employed, they don't care how well your company's doing. They don't care about anything. All they care about is how much personal tax income you get. They won't analyze your business or anything like that. And a lot of banks and credit companies just won't give loans to people who, to owner businesses. Even if you're a company like I am and you're the director of a company, doesn't matter. You're deemed to be like self-employed, and it's really tough. So anyway, she talks about all that sort of stuff, and she talks about finding a new FranLab. Anyway, I won't go on. She makes great videos, and it really suck if she really has to downsize, because not only does she have to, it's not a matter of just moving the lab. As I said, I've got probably not far off the space that Fran's got and what she's looking for, but I don't live in mine either, so it makes it all the more difficult. So if you can help Fran out, check it out down below. Fundraiser. Catch you next time.